All right, so this is a VIP stream for leverage, but if you do have any questions on any other coins, just let me know, whether it's spot or if it's futures. But right now I'm concentrating on futures. But once again, if you do have a spot trade, just let me know it's a regular trade and we can do a chart and look for a setup. Right now I'm looking at Pepe. For this one, I did enter, and let me go ahead and turn on the other panels. So let's go ahead and fix this one up. There we go. That we can see the actual entry. And then here you can see the actual entry. Come to here. So I do have an open order, but it's at really low. So let me bring this one back up. So you can see I have an open order right down here, just in case price action comes down here to the 30 SMA before possibly coming up. I would like to see it break out right now, because this would be considered an Adam and Eve. If you trade patterns, this is what the pattern would be. I don't care about patterns. I just care about this. This is our neckline. This is our resistance level. So once it breaks above this, then of course we'll re-enter. Now, if it does come down here, more than likely this entry will hit, and we'll see if it bounces. If it doesn't bounce, then I'll have another lower entry somewhere right around here, right around this area. And hopefully this would be, a bottom, and then possibly a double bottom or even a higher low. And then we can just ride this up again. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to look at this at a higher time, larger time frame as well, just so we can kind of see what we're dealing with as well. So let's go ahead and take this off again. There we go. So no trades open at the moment. And these are the indicators that I'm using. So we have Fu Manchu, Cipher B. That's this part down here. This is Market Cipher, but the free version of it. It's not as detailed as Market Cipher, but it's free. And of course, you can kind of test it out, see if you like it. Market Cipher is not associated with this indicator, but this is just something that if you do like it, then you can actually buy the real one, which gives you just a little bit better, more information. And it's mainly with the money flow, which is this red in the screen. Let's see here. Then of course we do have Trader's Reality. Trader's Reality main, that's where these candles change colors. All right. So right now we do see the price action coming down. And let's go ahead and look at the larger time frame. So I like looking at the 1 hour. So mainly on all this, let me go ahead and take this off so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So right now, this did have a really nice run up on the 1 hour time frame. Really nice run up, then a nice pullback, then it created a low, created a higher low, and then this is the level. So let's go ahead and mark out our level since we're here. Make sure our magnet tool is on. Come over here. So we have that level. We have this level. We have a mid-range. And the mid-range is more of a zone. So we'll mark both of those, because we're going to go to the lower time frame. And even though this is a really tight zone on the 1 hour, when we expand this, it's going to be a lot larger. So here, can we do a deep dive on ZKJ? Yep. And I also did a deep dive on to the other ones. I'm not sure if I DM'd you or not. Let's see here. What else? And I think that's it. So right now it is creating a low and then a lower low. But once again, if we go to the smaller time frame, so here on the 1 hour, we do have the green dot printing. This can always change, or it can have a red dot right after it. So none of these are 100% indicators. So don't ever rely on one of these to actually enter a trade, because you will lose money. Same thing with the candles. When I turn those on, you can lose money. All right. Go to a 15 minute. On the 15 minute, same thing. We do have a green dot. We have the money flow. It's still in red, but hopefully it'll turn to green. And once it turns to green, then of course this is when the price action starts doing really well. And I'm just waiting for it to break above this level. Let's go to the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, you can see that we're at the very top, and this is saying that more than likely it's going to come down before it goes up. Now, if you haven't watched any of the videos in reference to time frames, I strongly recommend it, because if this confuses you as far as why we're doing top-down analysis, you have to watch those videos. So this is what should happen in the long run. Multiple hours will pass before this potentially goes up. Then this, whatever this is, should happen prior to the 1 hour. So if this is saying it's bullish, you should get a bullish movement prior to the 1 hour. Now this can always change though. Once again, we're trading against people. Then of course on the 5 minute time frame, you know, this is saying it's bearish. So this is saying that it could possibly come down, and it is. It can possibly come down before it goes up due to the higher time frames. And then if we were to do the 1 minute, it could say that we're going to go up. So the order would be up, then down, then up, and then eventually further up. So hopefully all that made sense. If it didn't, strongly recommend you watch the videos, because I go into greater detail. And I think that video is just like 4 minutes, if that long. All right. We do have green printing. We do have a green for the money flow coming in on the 5 minute time frame. And let's go ahead and turn back on our indicator. Now, in reference to deep dives, that I can't do right now just because I'm doing this. But I can do a chart though. I can do a chart. But as far as the deep dive, I can't do that. Not right now. Let's see here. And of course, because we're doing trades right now. Perfect. So this printed red. So this is saying that potentially it should fill up this, but it already pretty much did with this wick. Now, on my first video, I have the meanings of the red, the green, the purple, and the blue candles. This is just basically saying that the market makers are moving the coin whenever there's red or green. So if it's red, that's saying that the price may come back up to that area. It doesn't have to come back right away though. It could be several hours before it comes back, or a few minutes. So right now they're saying that it should come back up and then maybe come back down. So we'll see. But right now I am watching it on the other screen. Let's see here. Can we look at ZKJ? Yeah, let's do that. So let's get rid of this one. ZKJ, USDT. And let's go. I'm pretty sure you're going to want longer time frames. So let's go KuCoin. And then let me go ahead and pop this out. That way everybody can see it. Sure we can see it. There we go. So say, Joe, can you please do a deep dive on ZKJ? I do believe this coin will do well this bull run, and now might be a great time to buy some. Would you say at 10x? Anything right now is 10x is possible, especially if they're low market cap coins. But once again, as I mentioned in the video, the live stream today, it just really depends on the marketing, really the marketing. You know, do they have any influencers behind it? How big is their influence really? Telegram, Twitter, Discord, you know, anything else that has to do with media or social media, they need to have a nice following, because the only people who are going to push it, the coin, are people who are interested in the coin. So if you don't, you can have the best project, but if you don't have a coin that people are interested in, it's not going to move. So that's the biggest part. See, market cap is 100 million. Yeah, definitely. It's a great chance for that. Let's see here. So let's look at ZKJ. Let's get rid of this. Let's go ahead and put, well, let's just take this off. That was not so messy. So let's look at the daily. Ooh, that's pumping good too. Okay. So a 10x, can I do it? Yeah, sure. Just due to the market cap, but oh man, I have to do a deep dive because I don't know anything about this coin. So this one is ZKJ. So 77 market cap. Okay. Copy. Let's see, 4 months down 66%, but it's brand new coin. Real world asset. Okay. Let's go to their website. So on their website, I don't like it. Like, I don't like going through a tunnel. Empowering interoperability and computation via ZK. They need to change. Why are you going to put white font in front of bright stuff? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, okay. Let's see here. Introducing ZK Bridge Protocol. Okay, more words, blah, blah, probably important. The fastest ZK proof system to date. Okay. Empowering Web3 with ZK. Ecosystem. None of these look familiar to me. Oh, there, that one looks Phantom. Okay, Polygon, okay. I see total messages. Okay. So introducing the Bitcoin messaging protocol. Okay, wait. Okay, that's cool. Backers. Finance Labs, KuCoin Ventures, big backers. Okay. Let's look at their X. All right. So for this one, they've been around for how long? Let's go to all. Okay, this is something that you want to see in a coin. They just got started, literally just a few months ago. And look at how many followers they have. 971,000 followers. That's insane. Just because of this, I'm in. Just because of this. And it's followed by big people that I follow. All right, so let's go to 1 hour ago. They posted. This was almost 3,000, only 18 likes though. 3,042 likes. I would like to see more engagement, especially with all those people. I mean, think about it. They have 971,000 followers, and they can get 100 likes. Well, that one did, but 4 hours ago, 9 hours ago. This was on the 17th, which was yesterday. Barely over 100. I would like to see more engagement on this. 54 retweets. Okay, you can stake. Okay, I'd like to see something like this. So this one had 200,000 views, 1,000 likes. Okay, that's good. I mean, it's a very small percentage of likes compared to views. Okay. Let's see, what else do they have? What's on their website? Okay, let's see here. Token unlocks. So foundation reserves. Okay, locked, but I want to go into greater detail. So let's go ahead and do this. Go to research. Go to cryptorank.io. And right now I'm still looking on my other screen as far as the chart. The chart looks still fine. I got plenty of time. So vesting, this is what I'm really interested in. But right now, market cap is 118 according to this one, or 116 according to this. Fully diluted is this. Since they just came out, circulating supply is only what is it? I can't. 9%. So it's brand spanking new. They haven't released any tokens yet, so we'll see about the token unlocks. Next token unlock is 15 million. So 1%, 1.5% of the total supply. That is due tomorrow. So more than likely you'll see a dump today. But even though this is a long-term hold, just know that tomorrow you can possibly buy at a cheaper price, because it may drop 20%, if not more. So from the initial offering, the return on investment, which again is just barely a little bit ago, is already 1.2x, 1.28x. That's pretty good. With the price being way down here, they're still making money. So that's why they're going to sell it. Now, if they were at a loss, then more than likely they would hold it for maybe when the market gets better, then they might sell. But these people right now, price is 1.28. They got it at $1. So even at this drop of a price, they're still up. And that's why they may sell. So that's very important to understand. Let's see here. Then of course it says where they're available. OKX. Okay, so they're not even on good exchanges. That's not good. But I don't know. I don't think I've heard about this project. Let's go to market, because here there may be different one. Okay, so it's on KuCoin, MEXC, BingX. That's really good for being brand new and already on all these exchanges. That's really good. Okay, so now with that being said, now let's go to the vesting. For the vesting, you know, it breaks it all down for you right here. But what I'm interested in, and it breaks it down for you here, what I'm interested in this. So so every month they release coins. So for tomorrow, they're releasing 2.65% for the ecosystem and network incentives, and then 1.74% to the community, airdrops, and marketing. Then the following month, it's the same thing. Same thing. So what this tells you is that every month, if you like, maybe on the 20th, you could be dollar cost averaging into this long-term investment. So that's the importance of knowing all this. So every time it's on the 19th. So now that we know all that, on the 19th, we can come over here and we can just map it out on the 19th. Alt V, and then the June the 19th. See how it dropped? So anytime that the token are unlocked, more than likely they're going to sell. And here, they probably sold at they sold at a barely profit. Here they're going to sell at much higher profit. So you have a very high possibility. Let's do Alt H. Make sure our magnitude is on. You have a very high possibility that it may come down to 1.235. Now, can it do a 10x? Yeah, I believe so. With all the backers that it has, all of the stuff that it can do, as far as, you know, the messaging on the Binance, the Bitcoin chain, the whole nine. Like, I think this was going to be really good. And thank you for putting this on my radar too. Let's see here. Maybe you should map it out on MEXC. It depends on who got it first, though. Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Now, if this was an older coin, like a few years old, then you want to go to the one that has the most data. But since it just came out, they're going to have the same thing. And MEXC may have it, you know, maybe a day or two sooner, which I doubt. They probably release it all at the same time to all the exchanges. And I gotta look at my coin. So let's go to this one. So my coin is about to break through. I don't want to enter right now because it may get rejected. Right now it's getting rejected. It's looking pretty strong. My lower entry is somewhere down here. Let's see what it does. It might come down and then come back up and then finally break through. And then my first area would be here. Second area would be here. So it might do this. So we'll see. So back to this one. So just expect on the 19th for it to come down. Oh, MEXC has bigger history. Okay, we'll do MEXC. So this is ZKJ, USDT, MEXC. Oh wow, this has a lot of history. Thank you, appreciate that. So just know on the 19th, so Alt V, on the 19th, Alt V, 19th, Alt V, here it came up. And sometimes that'll happen too, but it's not too often that that'll happen. And then on the 19th, here it came up a little bit and then came down. And this could be just from the hype. You know, maybe they did some really good marketing, or maybe some YouTubers covered it and then it you know, pumped a little bit. But for me, I would expect it to come down. And I would expect it to come down to about here. Minimum. To this zone, really. It's a really tight zone, so really don't even have to do that. See, what's this percentage? Okay, 3%. We can do this. Okay, so we can do this. And this is a tight zone. And let's go support bounce. Now, what I want to see is, I want to see the run up. So let's go, I'm gonna go from here to here. And I'm not gonna use this scammy wick. So it's right into the golden pocket. Okay. And then of course on this, you can use this for your targets. But once again, I'd wait for the token to be unlocked. So this one's 15%, this one's 48%. But yeah, so I think you could do 10x. Yeah, I do. I like this one. I'm actually writing this one down. Oh, I have my pen on my other desk. Normally I have a lot of pens. All right, that's fine. But yeah, I like that one. Nice work. Very nice work. So let me make sure that it's clear. Okay. Right now we're looking at possible entry. Possible. But yeah, you picked out some good ones. I did 2 of yours today. I did 1 yesterday as far as the price action. The price action was good. And then of course, because of the market cap and what it's gonna do, it looks good too. Okay, so now it's printing green. So this is saying that the market makers are pushing it up. I'm not sure if you can see it. So it's printing green, so that's saying the market makers are pushing it up. So more than likely, we have a pretty high possibility that the price action might do this and come back down before it comes up. That's what it's saying. Now, does this green say that it should come back here right now? Nope. Because you could print another green and then maybe the different color, I think it's a purple. I believe it's a purple that's saying, no, it's a blue. Saying that the blue is possible reversal, the purple is possible reversal. It just depends on which way it's going. And then it could print another green, because that's actually happened to me before, where you printed a green and I would short it and I'd make money. And then the next time it was a green and then another green, and I entered both of those, it came down and I made money. Then there was one where it was green, 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 purple, and I'm just adding, and then finally I had to sell at a huge loss. So this can always continue going up. Right now we do have a green dot on our more momentum wave. We do have green here. We do have green coming up here. Our candles coming down. So we're seeing what our next possible. Now it might come down here to the average close, which would be the 9 SMA, and then come up and then try to break this level again. So here's our level right here. So now we're just kind of waiting. And on this one, I actually entered it. I entered it right here. I entered it and it came up, started coming down. I was like, oh crap, it's gonna eat all this up. So I was like, let me just sell it. And I sold it like for either 5-cent gain or 50-cent gain, I forget. And I said, no, because I'll let it eat it up. And then once it breaks out again and breaks this level, more than likely I'll add and then add again once it crosses the pivot. But I closed out my trade and then it came up. It's like, oh, are you kidding me? So I could have had all this as profit. It's like, dang it. But you never know, because like I said, I thought I was going to eat this up. So I wanted to get more. Let's see here. Will you do a training video on the indicator? Yeah, I actually made a video. It was the first leverage trade that I did, but I don't want to post it though. I don't want to post it because what I need people to do is I need people to know how to trade first before I put out. So if I have somebody who I know is a leverage trader and they can show me with results that they're a leverage trader, then I can show them this technique. And this technique I just started learning last weekend. And this is what actually helped me big time on Trading Wars, because this is completely different from how I trade. You know, I trade by the breakout of a trend, not a trend line, but the actual trend. So the change of the trend is when we enter. Now I'm implementing that now in this trading style that I have now, but this is completely different. You know, it has to do with stuff that I've never really used before. And like I said, I'm watching a whole bunch of videos. I've done about 20-25 hours of videos, and about, I say, shoot man, like maybe 20 hours of back testing with the actual trades. Not using the replay, but with the actual trades. That way I can see the dots appear and disappear. Because when you do the replay, because I'm using an indicator for an actual entry, the dot will appear on an active trade and then disappear, and then appear, then disappear, then appear, then go to the next, candle, and then print the opposite direction. So that's why I'm doing it like this. So I think this one's gonna go. But yeah, but for people who trade leverage, like I'll show them this. But like this stuff right here, you could trade this as a regular trade, a regular pivot trade. Find this support or resistance. This is your Adam and Eve on the 5-minute time frame. And then for you, since it would be a regular trade, shoot, you can enter right now. Or be safer, wait for this break. But the reason that you could enter right now is because all these 5 minutes don't equal a 4-hour time frame, not to my knowledge. I didn't really add it. It's only 2 hours. So what you could do is, because this would be one candle that's still printing, but it's above this level currently. So you could probably front run it. But yeah, so in reference to actual, because what I did the first 30 minutes is I explained the candles, I explained what all this stuff means, I explained the waves, I explained the dots, I explained the money flow, I explained the thought process behind entries, and just everything else. And that was the first 30 minutes. But as I mentioned, it's breaking out. So I'm gonna put a little bit of money in this. Now, normally I would not say buy the breakout, but because I'm doing leverage, it could move a whole bunch. So right now I might miss it, or it might come down. We'll see. We shall see. So right now I have my order, and you'll see that I have my order. Go right here. So you see how I have my order right here? It's not filled yet. Oh, and I have my lower entry here. I can cancel this one. I don't need this anymore. Okay, so right now it did get filled. So I have $58 into the trade. And if it does come down, more than likely it'll come down here to this. So this is how, so what I'm showing you, you could actually be trading this as a regular spot trade, but no leverage. And all the steps that I'm showing you is how to really pinpoint your entry. You know how they always say, you know, nail the entry on a lower time frame? That's exactly what we're doing right here. So even though you're not trading leverage, you can still trade like this using no leverage, regular spot. But here I'm showing you how to nail the entry. For leverage, you have to nail the entry. So here is where my lower entry would be, just because here is our support. So, and it's above our 30 SMA, but more than likely this will come up by the time this comes down, and then this will start curving down, and then hopefully get our lower entry, and then start coming up. But we'll see what happens. Because right now, according to TradingView, that gap, where's my box? That gap is right around here. So it's right around this area. So if it does come down, fill up this gap, the gray box, then it should hopefully potentially continue upward. We'll see. See here, do you have any other coins for a leverage trade, maybe on MEXC? This is on MEXC. This is Pepe. This is 100 Pepe, or 1000 Pepe. I'm using this, even though I say don't use this whenever you're using on MEXC, but I'm using this just because this is what I'm gonna be using on Fairdesk. This is the exchange that I'm using for the competition. So I'm just, you know, using this. But if we come over here, we go to this. So I think, oh, for MEXC it's just regular Pepe. The reason they do, Binance does 1000 Pepe is to take out all the zeros. But yeah, for MEXC, it's just regular Pepe. Pepe, USDT. And then if you're doing leverage, you do the .p, and then here's MEXC. So in the 5-minute time frame, it's the same thing. It's a little different, but it's very similar. So here's our level. This is the level that it just broke out of. Here is the thing that it printed to where it might come back down in here. So it's pretty much the exact same. The numbers may be off slightly, but that's why you go to your exchange and you chart on your exchange as well. This is just kind of get the overall picture. You got me confused? Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, let me go ahead and change this. Okay, so right now we're in the profit. And then I'm just waiting to add more to this. And it's the same as a regular trade. As far as, you know, when I'm going to add to my entry, I need to see if it's going to go lower or if it's going to go higher. Now, of course, I can't put a bid higher because then it will eat that order and then I'll be at a negative. But if I put it lower, I could. But I kind of just want to see what's going to happen, because I would hate for it to like dump really hard and it's like, oh crap, and then it got my lower entry and then continues dumping, because this is futures and I'm trading with leverage. The leverage is only 10x. I was doing very high leverage, but right now I'm in the trade and just have a little bit of money in there. And the past couple trades that I've been doing, I would just kept on adding to it and it just wasn't good. You know, I lost quite a bit. So now I'm just waiting for the trade to come to me. Because the other ones I was rushing it and it would lose the support and I would add, then it would lose the support, the next one, and then I'd add. But this one I let it come to me. Waited, was very patient. See here, maybe I missed something. Where's your stop loss? I don't have one. I don't have a stop loss. Now, of course, for me, I don't trade on emotions. So here's my plan. So let me make sure I'm here. Okay. So here's my plan. I plan on adding to my entry. I plan on adding to my entry if the price comes down here. So if the price comes down and then continues coming down, more than likely it's going to bounce in this area just because we have support right here. And then I'll add to my entry. So even though I'm losing, now I'm not losing as much. And then if it continues coming down to eat this up, well then hopefully it'll, you know, find support off of the average of the candle closes on the 50 around this area. If it continues coming down, depending on how much I'm down, then I'll either close my trade, or if I still have money left in my account, I'll add here. So there's pluses and minuses to the way I'm doing it. Now, the reason I'm doing it this way is there's a few different things. One is by doing it this way, I have a very high likelihood of not getting liquidated because I'm continuing to add to my entry as it comes down. Now, the bad part is if I run out of money and it continues coming down, then I lose the majority of my account. So there's that. Now, if you were going to put a stop loss, I would have my stop loss right here because it's underneath this gray area, underneath your support, and underneath this gray area. So if I was going to put a stop loss, it would be right here. But in the beginning, like, you have to have a stop loss. It depends on how you're trading, but it's very highly recommended that you put a stop loss so that you're not trading with emotions. Like for me, I already went through all the emotions. Like this, like I already have my plan in my head. And then for my targets, tentatively, my targets would be, well, really it's up here, but I'm going to be moving up my stop loss as it's going up, and then it pulls back. Then I'm going to add to my entry, and then it goes and it comes back down, it breaks it again. Then I'll let it come up, and then I'll just be moving up my stop loss. So that's how I'm doing it. So right now I don't have a stop loss. But in the beginning, I do not recommend this. This is my personal trade. This is how I trade. Now, there are some times where I will use lower leverage, like a 3x or 5x, and I have a stop loss because I can put my stop loss really far down and not worry about it. But since I'm using higher leverage, like I said before, I was using like really high leverage, but I kind of messed up my account because I kept on adding to it as it went down. And finally it was like, man, I can't, I have to sell it because it was doing a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. And it was basically doing a descending triangle. So that looks like this. So here's my line, my support resistance level, and the price action was doing this. And it's like, oh man. And here was another level. So it'd come down and it come up, and it's okay, so I'll add to it. And it'll come down, it's like, okay, let me add to it because it's already coming up. And then it came down, and it's like, oh man, like if this doesn't do a higher high than this one, I'm in big trouble. And sure enough, it came down here, and then it broke down. So even because I added so many times to this trade, I was down quite a bit, and I had very, very high leverage. And then so I had to sell it, and I lost basically everything that I had gained the prior day and a half. I think I did like maybe, I don't know, 6 trades, I guess. And I lost all of it on this one trade, all those gains that I did. And then here would have been where I would have been liquidated. And sure enough, I'm glad I sold it too, because sure enough, it came down just past my liquidation and then came right back up and then made some really nice gains. But I was not a part of it because I had already got stopped out, and I didn't want to trade anymore because I had lost so much money. And like for me, I know like if I'm gonna start trading with emotions, so I didn't trade. Right now, basically what I'm doing is I'm just practicing again. So I'll get little trades, $2, $5, $15. I'll get little trades and just, you know, building it up again. That's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, if I would have done this, like I would have lost a lot of money. But I'm really glad I took that loss up here, because again, would have been a whole bunch. Get rid of all this. Okay. So now we're just waiting. Okay. So right now it's printing a green candle. So I'm expecting it to come down. It doesn't have to come down though. It could continue going up and then hit this and then finally come down. So now we just wait. As far as the deep dive, oh man, I don't even remember. It was at the beginning of the show though. It was at the very beginning. That's the first thing I did. So you can just kind of fast forward through it. First I did my intro, then I did Bitcoin, and then after Bitcoin I did those two. I don't know if I did a deep dive, but I did go into, I don't remember. Sorry. I've been doing a bunch of stuff since then. All right, so we have a nice green candle. We have 8%. And then this should come back and eat it up. Sometimes it eats it all up. Sometimes it just eats up like 50% and then continues upward. So this right here again would be your stop loss if you were to enter this trade as a regular trade. What am I doing? And then for me, I'm just waiting for it to bounce. Now we're up 7%. I would like to see it come down and bounce off of here. I would like to see this. I would like to see this right here. And then of course, if it does, then I'll enter right around here. And this will be gone. So eat it up. I'll add here. And then if it does come down further, then more than likely I'll add here, because hopefully we get a bounce right here. And then if it continues coming lower, this is going to be my last thing. And then here's where I would more than likely, well, this is where I would close out my trade, because it can continue coming down. And right now I only have two areas of entry, really, or two positions I can do due to the little bit of amount of money I have. So right now it's eating it up, which is good. It's fine. And my goal is to be in these trades about 20 to 30 minutes. Now it could do an hour for the trade, but I'd really like to be in and out. So if I was actually trading this on the show, I would take profits right now, because profits are profits. And my profit I would make would probably be, with the amount of money that I'd be trading, would be roughly around $15, maybe $22 from where I entered. So that candle says that it could possibly reverse, because there's a lot of orders being in. So that means that it could come down as well. So I have the green candle saying that it could come down. I have the purple candle saying that it could come down. And so now we just wait for my second entry. But yeah, anytime we post a leverage trade, that could be taken as a regular trade. And of course, the reason that I teach you all this stuff, as far as like support, resistance, stop loss, targets, is so that if you see a really nice setup on a leverage, you can say, hey, that's, you know, resistance that it broke out of, and I'm gonna enter this trade on a regular spot trade. And then depending on the market, depends on if you're gonna have, you know, a 12% target for your first one or a 22% target for your first one. And of course, the market cap also determines if, let's say your last target, if it's going to be a 65% or maybe a 32%. So it's a big market cap, let's say 3.2 billion with the B, then, you know, 32 might be your max for your percentage. If it's a 6 million or maybe 150 million, well, you know, 64% may be your last target. So all that comes into play as well. So now it's just waiting. Now it looks like it's going to come up. But if it does come down, then I'll add to my trade. Now currently, price action is kind of a nice distance away from the 21. It's not too far away, but it's kind of a nice distance. So this tells me that the price So there's three things that tell me the price can come down: the green candle, the purple candle, and then it's a little bit away from the 9 moving average. Now, once again, this is not a magnet. This is just the average of where it normally closes. So it could come down here, but since it's not a magnet, it can continue coming down. Now's the boring part. The price did start coming down. This also created a level of interest. So hopefully it's this, eats it up. It's this, eats it up. We add to our entry. Once again, it could come down here, but wherever it starts curving up, we'll add to it. And then this would be our next area of interest. Hopefully it doesn't come down to this, but once again, like, nobody knows where it's going to go. So even with this new indicator, like, you may have a big block right here that it might want to eat, but here may be more value for the market makers. So they may skip this and maybe come to it later, or continue going up, depending on where they can make the most money. Yeah, I don't have targets. The targets would be the same as if you were just doing a regular trade. Here's your resistance. So your target would be, I guess, right here. So this is why it's extremely important that all the videos are watched. This is actually like the second video, I think. Target. So here's your pivot. So because you have a pivot, this is the area of the target right here at this level, but you want to set it underneath it. So this is going to be my target. Now, granted, more than likely I'll have my stop loss moved up, and more than likely I'll get stopped out before this. But if it continues going up nice and slow, then I'll be moving up my stop loss nice and slow. But if it just jumps up, then I'm going to put my stop loss really close underneath it so that it can hit it. I get my money. I wait for it to continue coming down. Then once it curves and starts coming up, I can re-enter, with this being my official target. Delete this. This. I can just go over here. Delete, delete, delete. So this is saying that it might come down, but again, this can easily print a red, then it comes down a little bit, then print a green. And right now we have nice money flow too. Really nice money flow. And right now we're up 4%. So now the 9 SMA, which is the white one, is coming up really close to the to the price action, which is good. And this just tells me that the average closes of the candles is very close to the current candle closes. That's what that's saying. Man, this one's taking way too long. I thought it was going to be fast. Because once again, like I need to do, you know, on the show, I need to do like 2, maybe 3 trades. But like all this waiting, it's not going to cut it. Granted, I probably would have already had like 15, 20 bucks. And I probably would have started looking for another one. And that's only due to the amount of money that I would be trading with and the amount of leverage. So we're now printing a red candle. So the dark gray candles, those are red candles. The light gray, those are green candles. But the reason I have them gray is so that I can see these, because these are way more important than the regular candles. Because this tells me what the market makers are doing. This tells me that there's a lot of orders being put in here. Man, it just stopped moving. And then of course I'm still applying all the stuff that I already know. So this candle right here is telling me that it's undecisive. It doesn't know if it wants to go up or down. This one, selling pressure, more selling pressure. Underneath the close, underneath the 200 candle close area, that's on average where the candles close. So they're closing right here in this area. So this also is telling me that it should possibly come down. But if it does break above, then it's showing strength. And as long as it remains above the 200, then it'll keep on doing well. If it breaks below the 200 once again, then more than likely it's, you know, going to start coming down. But the moving averages, all they are is momentum indicators. If the price action is above it, good. Below it, not so good. And we got 5%. Come on. Okay, if you're looking for a quick one, check out ADA and VAI on 15-minute time frame. I don't like ADA. ADA doesn't move for me. We'll check it out though. Let's go to here. Let's go to ADA. ADA USDT .P. Yeah, to me it just moves too slow. Now granted, it was a big move right here. ADA and VAI USDT .P. I spell that right? VAI what exchange are you trading that on? Okay, it's coming down. Yeah, I don't like trading AVA or XRP. On MEXC. So for this is telling me, based off of this, it's telling me that it should possibly come down before it goes up. Now for me, I wouldn't enter this one until it breaks this level. I'm looking at this, and then I would add to it once it breaks this level. So here I'd be kind of front running it. What's the percentage from here to here? So 10x, that'd be a 2%. If I was doing 50%, yeah, I'd enter it. But for me personally, I would have to wait for it to break this level, since we're so close to it already. Like if we were way down here, then yeah, I if it broke this level, like here, then I would enter, because this is a nice little gain for 10x. So now just the whole waiting game. It looks like it wants to go up. So we have buying pressure. We still have that 200 right there, though. Nice buying pressure, too. And we have the money flow starting to increase as well. Right now it's kind of balancing so far on the 9 SMA, which once again is the average closes of the candle bodies. It's good. I was gonna say, I'm kind of disappointed it didn't hit this one or this one, but it might though. Come on, move, do something. Looks like it wants to break above that 200. So any questions in regards to trading indicators, targets, stop loss, anything? I still have to research how to, if there's even a way to access my Google Authenticator on my phone that's broken, so I don't have access to it. Because before, when I'd get another phone, I would have my old phone that I could just scan the QR code or punch in the code and it would automatically sync. But I remember a long time ago, it gave me the option to syncing it, to back it up, and I said nope, which was a huge mistake now looking back. Yeah, so as far as the indicators, I've actually been telling you how they work. But so how versed are you in, how well do you know leverage? Like, how long have you been trading leverage? But I've actually been teaching it. Not sure if you've been catching it, but I've actually been teaching what they do, how they are, what to expect. Yeah, my other phones, like my two previous phones that I've had, I've always had my other phone with me, and I would just scan it, put that code in, and boom, all my codes are in there. But this phone that I have, I don't think I've turned it on for like maybe a year and a half, 2 years. So I have all my exchanges on my broken phone. So right now I try to transfer out money to a hardware wallet. And of course I need my Google authentication code. It's like crap. So I went to my old phone and I was able to scan the QR code to my new phone, but it doesn't have any information that I've had the past year and a half. So I was like, oh. So I kind of have a lot of money tied up. I'm sure there's a way. If nothing else, I'll just have to pay, even though I bought a new phone, I'll just have to pay a repair shop to replace the glass so I can see my phone. You know what I mean? That might run like $200, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so it's coming down, breaking our level that we had right here, breaking below it. That 200, not letting it cross it. Now, granted, it's not a resistance zone or area. It's just where the average of where the candles have closed. So it may come down, pretty much our first initial thought process. Come down here, possibly come down here, hopefully looking for a bounce, just taking forever, and then add to our trade, and then bingo bango. Yeah, and of course they gave me a cord to hook up to my other phone, but of course my other phone, like it turns on, it just like you can't unlock it. So I either need to I don't know. I'm sure there's a YouTube video on it. And I could have sworn I wrote down, because on the, I already checked, I have 3 books of my codes. I've already checked 2 of my books. I gotta get my other book. But there is a way that it's a recovery code for your Google Authenticator. And when I heard about a guy fishing and he dropped his phone and he lost everything, you know, he told me, he's like, now I'm writing down that code. So I just gotta find that code. I'll probably do that first before I replace the screen. I just hope that code, it gives me all of my stuff and not when I wrote down the code, which it probably will. Probably give me the information from when I wrote down the code. I don't know. Coming down slowly. And it's funny, sometimes in my code book, I write down codes, but I don't put what it is, so nobody would know it. And then I forget it. I was like, what was this for? Okay, it's coming down slowly. And then if I do find that code, hopefully it's for the username that I have, because I have like 13, oh no, I have like 8 Gmails. I have a total of like 15 or 18 emails, but I think I have, let's see, I think I only have like 6 or 7 Gmails. Yeah, I actually got that. It's LastPass. Yeah, I bought that. And that helps out tremendously. But I never put in that code, because you don't think about stuff until it happens, you know? There we go. There we go. Come on down. Come on down. What I would like to see is a big red candle. If I get a big red candle, then that means that I could add to my entry, but not all of it, because it could print another red candle. Whenever there's a red candle or a green candle, that's a really good sign for a reversal. Once again, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It just means that the possibility is really great. But as I mentioned at the beginning, it can print another red candle and another red candle and another red candle, and you just keep on adding. That's how I lost a lot of money that other time. So I'm not sure if you caught it, but that's another tip for the way I'm trading. And I'm going through all my codes, and I have so many exchanges. I don't even know if there's money on these exchanges. There probably is. And big old wick. Yeah, smart. Yeah, I'm actually trying to get my coins off the exchange, put them in my wallet, but I need a Google authentication code. Not cool. Yeah, it's a lot easier not to think about them when you have them on a wallet. I mean, you can still check them on the wallet. Well, I just went through my last code book and I don't see it on there. I think I'm up a creek. I think I just lost a lot of money. Yeah, I got the Tangent wallet. It was fairly easy to set up, like really easy. I was kind of scared, but it was pretty easy to do it. Yeah, I really haven't checked out the Tangent Wallet app, but I'm sure you can swap them out. I'd have to put coins on there first, though. Yeah, there's a swap feature. You can swap it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, or BNB. Or other coins, I guess, too. I guess I have to add coins. Or maybe those are the only ones you can do. Not sure. This might be a reversal area. Let's see here. Smart man. Yeah, naps are good. I was going to try to take one, but I need to get my sleep schedule back to normal. Because I'd be waking up I go to bed around 10 or 11, wake up around 1 or 2, and then stay up. And then take a nap around 10:30 to 11, sometimes 12. And then last week I was late like 2 or 3 times. I was like, ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna move most of my long-term holds to my storage wallet. So let's say I have 100 of ABC coin. What I'll do is I'll move like 98 of them over, because I'm not sure if it'll keep track of the percentage. And then that way I can see, you know, that this one did 400% before I cashed out. This one did, you know, 1800% before I cashed out. So it just kind of keep a record for me. Granted, I could do a spreadsheet and just put the average price, but man, this one's taking way too long. I thought this was gonna be a good one. Watch, as soon as I sell it, it's gonna boom. Like, I don't want to be in coins this long. This is way too long. I want to be in, out. That's it. I'm selling it. It's taking way too long. You know, like either wait. Watch, and as soon as I sell it too. Get out of here. Dollar. Come on, dollar. Shoot, I worked hard for that dollar. Oh, an hour already? Hour and 25 minutes? That's ridiculous. Give me that dollar. Get out of here. Let's look for another point. Oh, so this is how I look for coins. This one I just got into because this was a really nice Adam and Eve. And I thought it was just going to boom and forget it. Nothing. But what I like doing is I like coming over here. And then I go to the volume. I click it a few times so the highest volume is up. Oh, not that. Highest volume is up top. And then I can, man, Sol took my money like crazy. I think that's the one I lost all that money to. Sol took my money like crazy. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Oh, you can't see it. Tell me about it. Ridiculous. So what I do is I come over here and I look to see what's moving. So I look at the volume and look at the price. So dog with hat, it's moving. So let's go to that one. And more likely it's going to come down right at resistance area. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go dog with hat. Get out of here, Pepe. Pepe got me mad. Let's go to the 1 hour. And I don't want to be waiting. So this one I'd have to wait for it to break above this level. So man, it went right there to it too. So here on the 1 hour, it's showing bullish. You got the green dot, momentum wave. Let's see here. Anything else? We have an area that it might come down to if it does break below the 9 SMA. 15-minute time frame. This is saying that it may come down. Now, granted, just because we printed a red dot does not mean it's going to come down. It could come down a little bit, then print a green dot, and then continue up. We do have a little bit of money flow. This is the green. Does that one have a lot of volume? That iPie or PPie? PewDiePie? So here, I will move this up just a tad. It's right at resistance. 5 minute. So the 5 minute is spot on. So this is saying that it may come up. And there's a lot of areas up top. It's a pretty thick area on the bottom that it could go to. But this looks really nice bow. Okay, we'll check that one out. PEIPIE USDT.P. It's not available for me. Oh, it's just a regular trade. Possible. Let me go to the exchange. MEXC futures. Futures. PEIPIE. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's put it here. PEIPEI. No, it's not a MEXC. So I guess it's just a regular trade. We got one more hour before the show that I like trying to show support to. All right, man. Appreciate you greatly. I will talk to you later on. But yeah, it's pretty funny too, because I had a couple people who watched my video, and like these people know who I'm talking about, and they're like, "Hey, I think I know who you're talking about." I'm like, "Yep, that's the one." And we started talking on Twitter, and they're like, "Yep, dude's a joke." I was like, "Man, I thought I was gonna get ostracized. I thought I was gonna get exiled. I thought nobody was gonna talk to me because of what I said, because it's all political." Because no, dude's fake. And I said, okay. So I was just afraid that with me saying what I said, that, you know, pretty much get blacklisted. And I'm like, no. And there was a few people there in the crypto space like, no, we know. I said, okay. Oh, I hate waiting. What I have to do on this show is I have to like pick a coin. Like I gotta go. Like I gotta. So let me try to find a coin. Ooh. Nope, wrong one. Markets. That one was the most. This one, ooh, INJ. INJ is about to try at resistance. It should come down. Let's go to 1 hour. Let's go 4 hour. Let's get off all this junk. Let's see my chart. I was thinking about shorting it, but it's breaking out. Yeah, man, Crow won. Like, he came out fighting, dude. He came out fighting, like, really, really hard. And, like, straight off the bat, like, within 10 minutes, he was already up $100 and something. Then, like, 20 minutes later, he was up another $100 and something. And Crypto Face was down like $400 or $500 unrealized. And he got another trade, Crow, and he got like $11. And he got into another trade and then got like another $100 and something. And Crypto Face, he ended up taking a loss for like 1,300 just to try to get in again. But then he lost like another 300. And he was just chasing him. And then, so yeah, Crow like underdog big time. And he surprised everybody, I think. And Crypto Face was talking a lot of trash too on his show earlier. He's like, yeah, you know, every time I play him, I always beat him. Like, I don't even have to really trade. Like, he beats himself up, you know? And I kick butt. Oh, this one's ready. I'm going in. INJ. Come on. INJ. Okay. And let's do a little bit higher leverage. We'll try 50. Just so I can get in and out. We'll do $50. And here, belong. Okay, so far it's not entered yet. Hopefully it doesn't pass me. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Come on, come back down and get it. Come back down and get it. Okay, I got it. Good. Okay, so where are my other levels at? But yeah, I need to be in and out of these trades like quick. Gonna do another one right here. Nope. There we go. So 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Turn back on my indicator. Okay, up 9%. I'm sorry, 19%. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Yeah, I gotta practice, man. I gotta practice with these higher leverages. And my goal is just to make just a little bit of money. And I just go in and out, in and out, in and out. So right now I just slid this all the way to 100. And then here I'll put my target 27,331. 27,331. It's long. But I doubt I'll hit it. But if I start seeing it, oh, it's a blue. Come on, come on, come on. If not, I'll do another entry right here, right at the base. Right here. Copy. Paste. So my liquidation is at 26,469. 26,460. Okay, good. So I will add my second entry. Okay. So just kind of show you what I did. So my second entry is down here at the base of it. Oh, you can't see it. So at the base of it. So it does come down. Hopefully it bounces here and goes up. We'll see. See, the colors on that indicator remind me of Fruit Loops. 22%. Got a green candle now. So with these green candles, it's a sign of a reversal, but you can continue printing green, green, green until it decides to turn. So even though I have a green, that doesn't mean that it's going to come down. Plus we're right here, so hopefully we can get this. That'd be great. We'll see. And then one thing I like about having my target is I can just move it down. Oh, I know what I'll do. No, I can't do it. I'll just tell you if I'm moving it down. Well, I'll tell you what, I will put this on. This is probably more exciting. Yeah, the ones that I have on the screen, they're free. And you can take a screenshot or just rewind the video. But those are the Fu Manchu B and Traders Reality Main. Those are both free. Okay, so now the price may come down. Hopefully just up into that candle that just printed. So hopefully it just comes down to here. It continues up. Come on, do something. Yeah, but it's funny, man. I started watching Crypto Face. Dude is freaking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And he doesn't care. Like, he's got that FU money. There was somebody who typed in, where can I buy Market Cipher? But they spelled it CYPHER instead of CI. And he's like, where can you buy Market Cipher? Market Cipher. I don't know where you can buy Market Cipher. I know where you can buy Market Cipher. And he brings up his website. He goes, here's where you can buy Market Cipher, but I don't know where you can buy Market Cipher. Like, he was ragging on the dude hard. And that's when you know you have FU money, you know, because he doesn't care about $1,500. It's like, dude has millions, you know? Yeah. He's ragging on hardcore. And he did for like 5 minutes too. It wasn't like real quick. He did like five minutes. And then he does all crazy voices. And like, he's just funny, man. All right, so it took up the candle. It's gonna come down and bounce off of my 9. Come all the way down. So right now my liquidation is at 26.49. So it's right at my 26.49. So I like going a little bit above it. So hopefully we bounce off of this. I don't want to get liquidated. If I get liquidated, I would have to start picking up cans again. Let's see, from trading, or does he have a group? No, he doesn't have a group. It's his indicator. He sells. He made an indicator, or had somebody make an indicator for him. So he sells the indicator. And the 1,500, that's lifetime, or it's like 900 for a year. So it just makes sense to get the lifetime. But I do like it though. But this one is the free one. The one that he has, the money flow is like more pronounced. It's easier to see. And then it was funny too, on his show today, it was like, yeah, you know, we help out a lot of, especially like young and upcoming people who are just like really starting in crypto. He goes, yeah, we give them an opportunity. He goes, yeah, we don't pay them the most, but we give them the opportunity to, you know, promote the indicator, and they get money. And he goes, man, now that I said that, everybody's gonna start sending me emails. Yes. And everybody starts, well, I started laughing, then everybody started laughing. Come on, bounce off of that 9. Let's go. I got about 20 more minutes. And then that'll be the show. Man, but that first one, dude, that took like a whole hour and a half. I was like, man, but it was ready though. It was Adam and Eve. And it broke the resistance. It's like, all right, let's go. It's gonna move. And nope. We had to wait like a good 35, 40 minutes for it to break. Come on, go. Mm-hmm. This mic picks it up. It's like, Joe, you're breathing really hard, man. Down 3%. Yeah, sometimes not Lifer, Crypto Face, he'll go live at like 3 in the morning or 12 midnight or 10 in the morning. He's just random. He gets a lot of people in there too. Shoot, when you have on your thumbnail, you're trading 4.5 million, that brings attention. It was moving. Yeah, man, this dude has, I don't know how much money he put in there, but he doesn't do crazy leverage. He does like 9x leverage, 12x leverage, stuff like that, which turns out to be like 4.5 million. And he actually knows how to trade. You know, he has his support resistance, his trend lines. Oh, this got boring real quick. He was doing good. He's printing nice candles. I like to have that kind of beard. Are you referring to Keeper, the host of the show? Yeah, me too. Yeah, so Crypto Face, he does low leverage. 9, 12. Lifer, he does 77x leverage. 1 minute chart, in and out, real quick. All right, so now it's on the 9. So I'm going to come down to my lower entry. Come on. I'd rather watch paint dry. Good Lord, come on. Yeah, but it was funny. Did you see my recap? My live stream recap today, where it's part 2 of Trader Will Get You Wrecked? Yeah, exactly, man. Like watching grass grow. on that recap, I have on there where, you can't say nothing about Lifer because, his feelings get hurt, blah, 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 cries. That's funny. And then one of the dudes that I talked to, he had a stream this morning. I don't want to say like maybe 30, maybe 50 people. I wasn't really looking. But like me and him were going back and forth, kind of like an inside joke type thing. And so he tells his audience, it's like, yeah, guys, if y'all are curious on, TradeIntuition's and I's like little inside joke, I strongly recommend you watch his video. He just put out another one. He's got a part 1 and part 2 in reference to mentors wrecking you. And I was like, nice, man, nice. So yeah, if Lifer gets wind of it, man, he's gonna cry so hard. His wife's gonna be, listen, I have 3 kids, one's a newborn, they're all crying, and you're crying more than them. What is wrong? That's gonna be funny. See, was it a short you did? No, right now it's a long. Yeah, it's a long because it broke out of this level. And once it broke this right here, that's when I entered. And then right away it started going. And it said, nope, just playing. Came down. But if it does come down even more, here's my second entry. And then hopefully it bounces off of the 30. If it breaks below the 30, like I'm just going to have to close it. And I'll lose like another like 30 bucks. Not good. It wants to go up. There was one yesterday where literally 2 hours it was going up, coming down. I'd add to it. Going up, coming down. I'd add to it. Going up, coming down. And every time it would go up, I'd be up like 20 bucks. It's like, okay, it's going to move now. I'll get an easy 100. Just give me 20 and then it come down again. And I wasn't taking any profit. Then they go up again. It's like, what the heck, man? Dang it. And then sure enough, I ended up closing that one at I think like a $2 win. Like, come on. I'm not even going to add to it. I'm just going to wait. I don't like how it's looking now. It's looking like it's losing strength. But this is where I would have entered. And get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Yeah, it's crazy too. Like on Monday, there's one dude, like at the very beginning, I just had like a 20% realized gain, and he had like 130 or 120 realized gain. And it's like, oh man, this dude's gonna kill it. Well, at the end of the show, he was down like 100 and something dollars. And I was just taking little profits, 20 bucks, 15 bucks, 25 bucks, whatever it was. Ended up plus 58. So that was good. And that's what I'm gonna do again. Just little trades. Yeah, definitely, man. See ya. Yeah, I'm about to leave here in about another 3 minutes. Take care, man. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
All right, so I just closed my trade. I'm done. Well, it's 13 bucks on this one. 26% loss. And now watch, it's gonna go up. Tired of looking at this one. Oh my gosh. Watch, gonna go up. All right, well, I got stuff to do. Yeah, I got stuff to do. Surprised it hasn't gone up yet. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care.